Brown's insider details why the 101 MPH incident could be a huge wake-up call for rookie Shedeur Sanders. Even after the conclusion of the Cleveland Browns minicamp, fifth-round pick Shedeur Sanders continues to make headlines. This time, however, it wasn't for good reasons, as he was pulled over and cited for driving 101 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone, while Sanders wasn't driving under the influence when stopped and emerged unhurt. One Browns insider said the incident should be a wake-up call for Cleveland's future starting quarterback. Cleveland Browns insider explains why 101 MPH incident should be a wake-up call for Shedeur Sanders. The Browns made Sanders the 144th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft and threw him into one of the most bizarre quarterback battles in recent memory. Cleveland traded for Kenny Pickett, re-signed Joe Flacco, and drafted Dylan Gabriel 50 picks ahead of Sanders. This doesn't even include Deshaun Watson, who will likely miss the entire 2025 season recovering from a ruptured Achilles tendon. Since arriving in Cleveland, Sanders has been a model teammate and even visited local schools in hopes of inspiring students and setting a good example. However, the goodwill he built took a hit after he was pulled over and cited for driving 41 miles per hour over the speed limit. A local Cleveland news station reported Sanders' citation, saying, according to Strongsville police records, an officer stopped Sanders on 71 North around 12:24 a.m. on June 17. A report states Sanders was driving 101 miles per hour, 41 miles over the posted speed limit. Coincidentally, Sanders' citation came on the same day former Las Vegas Raiders receiver Henry Ruggs apologized for his deadly crash that killed a woman and her dog. Ruggs pleaded guilty to drunk driving and was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison. While Sanders walked away largely unscathed, the same cannot be said for the future if you are driving over 100 miles per hour, and Cleveland.com's Mary Kay Cabot believes that's why the citation should be a wake-up call for the Colorado alum. Sanders, who can fight the ticket or pay the $250 fine, still could have killed himself or someone else at that speed. He's lucky no one got hurt. It's why this incident should be an enormous wake-up call from him, she wrote. Cabot even argued Sanders should spend some time with Browns defensive end Myles Garrett, who barely escaped a fatal accident when he lost control of his Porsche 911 Turbo S and flipped it 3 times in September 2022. He wasn't drunk driving either and walked away with minor injuries, but it was the 7th time he was cited for speeding in Ohio, and the incident served as a wake-up call from him. This will be definitely a wake-up call for me. Just try to be smart overall with driving, Garrett said. Don't take anything for granted. Be grateful that I'm still able to be here, and just take my time. Sanders hopefully learns a few lessons from Garrett and Ruggs' incidents and slows down behind the wheel. The speeding violation may not be a good look for him, but it shouldn't majorly impact his chances of winning the starting job. In the high-stakes world of professional football, few things are as unforgiving as bad press, especially when it involves young, promising talent. When news broke that rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders had been clocked driving 101 miles per hour, the headlines hit hard and fast, but what may appear at first glance as a moment of youthful recklessness could, in the eyes of insiders within the Cleveland Browns organization, serve as a defining moment in the early trajectory of his NFL career. According to a source close to the Browns front office, this wasn't just a speeding ticket, it was a red flag waving loud and clear. It's not about the ticket, the insider stated. It's about maturity, responsibility, and the microscope that comes with being an NFL quarterback, especially in Cleveland, where we've seen how quickly things can spiral when players aren't grounded. The double standard of fame. Shedeur Sanders arrived in the league under a spotlight far brighter than that of most rookies. As the son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders and the former face of the University of Colorado football revival, expectations are both astronomical and unavoidable. He's talented, charismatic, media-savvy, and he's 21. Fans think because he's been on TV, because he's had a famous dad and a camera in his face since college, that he knows how to handle pressure, said the insider. But it's different here. Every decision is scrutinized. One moment, you're the franchise's future. The next, you're trending for the wrong reasons. Driving 101 miles per hour may not seem like a career-altering offense. Many young people make impulsive choices behind the wheel. But when you're the quarterback of a storied franchise, there are no private mistakes. The Browns have had their share of quarterback controversies, drama, and derailments. That legacy means any misstep is amplified.